Well, anyway, in case anyone's here, I just like crashed, so maybe I was trying to do too many things at the same time. I think it was because I was trying to do WordPad at the same time. Who would have figured that WordPad would be the thing that would kill the stream? Who knew? Maybe, or maybe I just shouldn't stream anymore. It's just not a thing that should be pursued in this particular venue. But so we already just explored this. If I'm gonna be a mage, I'll be a Spellblade because they're kind of simple. Shatter Strike, sweeping melee that strikes enemies in a circle around, dealing cold damage. Flame Reave, a melee attack that releases a wave of flames from your weapon, cleaving through enemies. Enchant weapon, weapon with elemental power. A Firebrand, if it buffs the enemy. Flame Reave, melee attack that. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Edit. Edit because last one. Yeah, correct. So okay, so yeah, I think Spellblade. If I do this, it'll probably be either Spellblade or Rune Master. Okay, so let's go back, guys. Too bad the default, they don't, among the masteries, it doesn't change your character. So let's go to Primalist. A warrior from the north who has seen the horrors of war firsthand, the Primalist seeks to commune with the power of Terra, the power of nature herself. So I'm guessing this is the druid. Seems like a druid. No, they're not really a druid. There's something else, but okay, let's try. Maelstrom surrounds you with a freezing maelstrom that deals cold damage over time to nearby enemies. Summon the Thorn Totem. Summon the totem that fires thorns at nearby enemies. The maximum of 2 Thorn Totems by swipe. A melee attack that hits all enemies in an area. Unaffected by weapon range. Okay, that's interesting. Warcry unleashes a mighty roar that knocks back people. Summon Stormcrows. Summon Stormcrows to your opponent up to your companion limit. Stormcrow casts spells from a distance. When its health drops to 0, it is down and you can stand near it to revive it. Stormcrow counts as a companion. You can have a maximum of 2 companions at once by default. Serpent Snake, a melee with a 104% poison chance. 140% poison chance? That's nuts. Beastmaster. Warrior takes commands with the might of the beasts, leading by example with the strength and power. He charges forward with the force of his companions, fusing his body, the heart of the wild beasts with him, fury leading his way. So, okay, so this is the druid that summons animals. Okay, summons a primal raptor that visually attacks your enemies. Raptor counts as a companion. You can have a maximum of 2 companions at once by default. There's summon a bear. What you want to do with that bear, that's up to you. You will not judge what you want to do with the bear. Sabertooth. Okay, so what it doesn't describe exactly what the difference. All physical melee, frenzy totem, so another totem is scorpion. Why is the scorpion higher mana? I'm assuming this is a giant scorpion, and not just a regular scorpion. So Beastmaster might be interesting. I'm just gonna write it down, since if I try to put it on screen, it might just fuck up what it is. So save. Why am I square? Why did the notes change? Ew. Okay, so Rune Master, Spellblade. Rune Master is cool, but I think it's a bit complicated. So Spellblade. Beastmaster looks fun. Shaman. The world remembers winds that rage and tear town forests, avalanches that shatter their mountains. So this is like the Elementalist, the nature magic version. A living storm that uses nature's fury to destroy his enemies. Summons a totem that casts lightning storm. Hey, it's like Trapsin. Tornado that moves at random, pulling in nearby enemies and dealing physical damage to them. Earthquake. So that's the area of attack. This is the pulled-in attack. Pummel your foes in ice and snow. So I guess this is the area AOE. I guess this is a targeted AOE. Channeled AOE, maybe? This is an AOE, like immediate AOE. This is pulse. Okay, so that's Shaman looks cool. Druid is the one that turns into an animal, I suppose. A conduit for the long dormant power of Terra. He bends the fury of nature to his will, even as he takes the form of ferocious creatures. He is an avatar of the Earth's latent power. Terra's bastion against all that would threaten her. So werebear form, yeah, okay. There's a ferocious werebear. It's snaring roots. Cover of wave roots that grows outwards and a wheel of cone in front of you. The wave deals physical damage and roots its enemies, okay. Summon a Spriggan. I haven't heard of Spriggan in a long time. To attack your enemies, and has an aura with 10 seconds. It's a companion. Spriggan before it can be turned into a Spriggan. Feature spellcasting abilities. Swarm Blade form. What is a Swarm Blade form? Do you turn into like a bunch of insects, maybe? Who knows? So I think in this case, I will probably take Beastmaster, maybe Shaman. That'll be that. Hold on, let me just split screen this. Split screen. Okay, so we got a selection for that. Next. Oh, why did I go from center to right instead of from left to right? Because your eyes are drawn straight to them. But anyway. Acolyte. I guess Acolyte is the necromancer. Okay, all right. Can you just remain a base class and not be a master? That's another question I'd like to know. A rebellious scion who disobeyed her masters and sought out forbidden magic. The Acolyte will have nothing to stop her from becoming more powerful. Can you remain a base class and not become a base class and not become a master? Or will it be unoptimized? Unoptimized question. So let's see, summon skeleton, harvest. I mean, I think that hits all enemies in an area in front of you, dealing double damage to those that are cursed. So I guess there's a curse debuff that you want to hit on people, like this bone curse. Flat curse to enemies in an area of attack, causes physical damage. Summon volatile zombie. Summons a volatile zombie which trudges towards the nearest enemy. When it reaches the enemies or dies, it explodes. Okay. Spirit Plague, Curse. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we have the Necromancer, which flesh, bone, blood, and the lingering essence left in life's wake. There are tools for weapons. She's the master of the Forsaken Army, her dark creation swarming her foes with the hunger of the dead. A hunger born from her power and fed at her command. Okay. So she can, in addition to the skeleton, summon Wraith, summon Skeleton Mage, so it really Dread Shade. Your minion's health is drained for 3% with its max per second for each second the Shade has been active, but it and your minions deal around 10 plus necromantic damage. Okay. Assemble Abomination. Hold ability key to channel to absorb minions in a moderate area. When you release, summon a single hulking abomination with added health and more, so you can get a giant golem. You can suck in all your small. That's pretty cool. It feels like the first masteries are the ones that are closest to your like standard D&D classes. Have I only been talking for 350 minutes. I don't know. It doesn't feel like that, does it? Is it? Anyway, Lich, an acolyte who has embraced the corrupted nature of her power, uses the magic of blood and death at the expense of her own health. Oh, so this is like a Dark Knight who uses your own HP to do shit. Dark Knight from Final Fantasy. Stealing life, consuming the essence of the dead and the damned for strength. Power will make her invincible. Okay, yeah, I've heard of that. Blood Knight kind of deal, Dark Knight. Take on the mantle of the death itself and transform into a Reaper, temporarily gaining the Reap ability. While in your Reaper form, health does not regen. Your health regen does not apply, and your health decays over time. Your health reaches 0. Instead of dying, you transform back into your human form. Well, that's nice. So you get a second form. Okay, cool. Drain life, channel spell that targets up to 3 enemies around to target location. You know, chronic damage over time, reaching 30% as damage to health. Okay. Aura of Decay. Toggles Aura of Decay, which poisons you every second. Use a Trail of Decay. Enemies near. Wow, there's a lot. There's a lot of micromanagement with this, yeah. Toggle to remove all ward and seal your health, preventing it from going above its current value for 5 seconds. Above its current value. Deal more damage equal to the percent missing health and take less damage equal to. Okay, wow. Lich is powerful. Yeah, this is definitely a Dark Knight. You sacrifice health to do damage. Was it sacrifice MP to do damage? It's one of those two. Yeah. Warlock. Master of the bitter arts, they rend the spirits of their foes with relentless curses and corrupting flames. Barrage of chaotic projectiles which land in the area around the target. The explosions deal necrotic damage, fire damage in small area. Chthonic fissure opens an infernal fissure in the ground, dealing fire damage over time. Using spirits. Ghost flame, channel to create a continuous jet of horrid flames in front of you. Profane channel to conceal within a profane veil that necrotic plus necrotic damage. You'll still take damage and damage over time effect. Feast of the soul of the cursed enemies, dealing necrotic damage to them and drawing fragments of their souls back to you. Their soul fragments each grant ward 3 when they reach. Acolyte's okay. It's fun. This is I don't know. This is like spooky magic. This is blood magic. I like this style, but it maybe too much, a little bit too much micromanaging. And then this will be just necromancer, like regular necromancer stuff. So, okay, let's go to the rogue. Roguey time. Unraveling a bow and blade, the rogue strikes out from the shadows to find her higher purpose for her deadly talents. Blade Dancer, an artisan of shadows as she dashes out of the reach of her enemies. With each movement, another deadly cut. Her blade fights its target, and then the next, and again and again and again, and they fall. She dodges their strikes and makes them pay dearly for it. She dances and she kills. Okay, so this is like Sword Dancer, Blade Dancer. Dancing Strikes requires dual wielding. She uses the fast dash attacks. Dancing Strikes movement does not scale with attack speed, but Dancing Strikes does 1% more damage per 3% increased attack speed. Okay, so you can't cheese that stat. Circular attack that also used by her shadow clones. Also, she does like shadow butsu jutsu. Jump forward and strike in an area in front of you while shadows appear and simultaneously strike either side of you. So you go forward and do basically a not a 180, like a 240 degree attack, something like that, I guess. I had to check in my head if it is correct. Become immune for a duration and rapidly strike nearby enemies for 6 mirages. Ooh. I like the immunity though. The immunity part is the one that attracts me the most. Marksman, so this is the bow class. One arrow pierces through a heart and shatters a skull behind it. The next arrow jolts from her bone, cracking its path. The arrows break one body and then another, a dozen dead. Still more to come. There's enough arrows for them all. Okay. Detonate the arrow. Fires an arrow embeds itself in a target that explodes. Okay. Added bow damage to the arrow, 125%. So it's a sticky arrow. A cone of 5 arrows aiming the cursor further from your reduces the spread. Oh, okay. Dark Quiver, 7 black arrows that wave in the sky over 4 seconds, granting 100% increased damage to your next bow attack when retrieved. You have to pick. Don't tell me you have to pick up the arrows when you shoot them, please. That's a hassle mechanic. Launch a hole of arrows into the sky, then rain down on the target for over 3.5 seconds. Add bow damage. Yes. Standard bow stuff. Falconer. Never fight alone, never fight fair. Haha. Reminds me of Zero. Was it Zero? No. Malachi. Hold on, is he? Borderlands 1 characters. Borderlands 1 characters. Yeah, Mordecai, not Malachi. Oops. Okay, so I think Blade Dancer and Falconer would be the ones that I'd like from this end. Edit. Blade Dancer. And then probably Falconer. Falconer is interesting. So you have summon a falcon, fights with you, and what? It doesn't count as a companion. Interesting. Can you dual class in this game? Aerial assault, you leap towards the target and your falcon dives to catch you and momentarily carry you further before it flies and unleashes a wing burst at the target location. Oh, so you have a movement ability. Dive bomb, your falcon ascends high into the air, then dive bombs the target and location, dealing a high amount of physical damage. Net, leap backwards. Aha! The getaway move, that's good. Snares on enemies and physical damage. Netted bosses and rare enemies have 35% less. Ooh. Okay, so that's at least I have like boss utility. Explosive trap throws a trap that explodes when triggered, dealing fire damage. Traps take 0.4 seconds to arm and explode. Okay. Cool. So I like Blade Dancer and Falconer. Marksman's kind of like a standard archery build. Sentinel. Strong in honor and fearsome in combat, the Sentinel stands stalwart against what is unjust even at the end of the world. Warpath, spin towards the mouse. Spin towards the mouse while you hold down the ability key, striking nearby enemies. I guess you guide your spinning with your mouse, I suppose, is what that means. Shield dash, okay, that's standard. One stuns for 1 second, increased stun duration against non-boss enemies. So that means stun bosses for just 1 second, and then 2 seconds for non-boss enemies, I guess. Hurl a javelin that pushes every enemy in the path. At least you have a distance attack. Spinny attack, shield bash, javelin attack, rebuke. Hold ability for up to 2 seconds. Will take 80% less damage while channeling. Okay. At least you have a tanky ability. When you stop channeling, the barrier breaks, dealing physical damage to all. Ah, interesting. So you can use it to store up energy and then blast it out. Multi-strike. That grants attack of ornament if you have at least one enemy. Wait, do you have to aim? Can you miss? Can you miss these things? Lunge. Dash it on a nearby enemy and strike it with your weapon. Cannot be used without a target. Okay. The Barbarian Leap. Void Knight. The Sentinel who's taking part of the void inside himself and uses it to devastate his foes. Swings leave trails of void that easily consume the essence of his enemies. Darkness. So this is the real Dark Knight. This is thematically, Void Knight is the Dark Knight of this place. A melee that hits all enemies in a large area in front of you. Enemies killed hit by the path are erased from existence, replaced by void rifts. What do void rifts do? They do damage? Returns you to the position that you were at 2 seconds ago, reverting to your current health and mana system. What? What kind of bullshit? So you can go in, fight, and then if in case you get like damage spiked, you can reverse it 2 seconds ago. And die no na. But I guess that's one of the ways you can do damage reduction, I suppose. Missile echoes and Nova that echoes are from 8 enemies. It reaches and implies Abyssal Decay. Enemies with Abyssal Decay take void damage over time for 6 seconds. If they take a hit, take all the damage from the Abyssal Decay and dealt with them immediately. Devouring Orb. Okay, so Void Knight looks interesting. Forge Guard. What's Forge Guard? Skill, strength, steel, and the knowledge of his training will prevail. His strikes are surer than hope, and his armor is stronger than despair of a bulwark. Steel, whose mastery of weapons, armor, and molten metal dominates the battlefield. Okay, Forge, so this is like the blacksmith type, the blacksmith archetype. Melee attack hits all enemies in front of you. 25 chance to hit on summon a forged weapon. Summon a forged weapon, so it's like spirit weapon. Okay, cool. Sorry. Shields there, okay. Oh, it ricochets too. 2 additional targets. Cool. Manifest armor. Manifest an animated set of heavy armor which attacks slowly. Stats granted to your body. Oh, cool. I like this. I like Forge Guard. Ring of Shields. Manufacture Ring of Shields around you. Shields draw enemy aggression and block projectiles. Okay. I'm kind of liking Forge Guard more than Void Knight. Smelter's Wrath. Channel to charge a powerful frontal cone attack, dealing 5 physical damage to all hit. Charging for longer. So Void Knight goes down on the list, and Forge Guard goes up. Alright, Paladin, last one, the classic. Where a blow would strike him down, the light within rises. When his allies would cower, this light gives him the ability to lead. A righteous warrior that focuses on empowering and healing his allies could take on swaths of holy fire. Holy fire, cleric, paladin, your classic paladin. Holy aura, you passively gain 30% increased damage and 50% elemental resistance. Activating aura doubles the stat bonus for 4 seconds. Healing hands, healing all allies in the target area for 100 health, and applies a lingering warmth which heals 80. Okay, so a support. I mean, if I want to be a dedicated support, I guess. Is this as close to a dedicated support in this game as you have? Because this is the only one that actually has like benefits your allies. Summons a sigil that orbits you, causing you and your allies' attacks and spells to deal 3 additional fire. Okay, suddenly Paladin is looking pretty good, in the sense that if I want to help people, it's like the most support character. Smite the target with a heavy holy bolt that descends from the sky, hitting allies around the target with 60 health. If you are in the area. Okay, so far, if we're looking at total number of class, I was surprised that the Sentinel class is the one that intrigued me the most. Forge Guard, because I don't know, I like the idea of summoning weapons and summoning armors to fight with you and stuff. So that's pretty cool. I like this idea, and it doesn't count as a companion. Paladin, I will pick up if only because I like, in general, I like support classes, and this seems to be the most support class of all of them. We're like actively trying to help your party. Void Knight is okay. I mean, this is like the more DPS leaning one. This one, 2, the Blade Dancer. and the Falconer. Although the Falconer seems to be a little bit more interesting now compared to the Blade Dancer. Although I do kind of want to check out how this has like shadow jutsu, butsu, bunshin, Naruto stuff. I'm also surprised by the Primalist. I am Druid. Well, I don't know. I just like wanted to lean away a little bit from the more classic D&D classes. So I wanted to check the others. So Druid is kind of standard. Shaman is also kind of standard, but Shaman is more of the totem class, or like trap assassin. Beastmaster is also fun in the case that I like having different, like a Beastmaster, as opposed to turning into the animal. You summon the animal. And then a Necromancer is the one where I'm least vibes with. Acolyte. Necromancer is the standard minion summoner. Lich is actually pretty interesting. That's the one where the one I think that might require the most change. I mean, most like management, because you're using your life as a management thing. Warlock is, I don't know, like either way.